Hit play and start coughing straight up. One second. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na, da-na-na. That was terrible, but it will do. Hello, welcome back. I'm having a pajama day today. So I'm afraid my camera card is doing that thing again that I don't know how to fix, where it fills up the little button. Third time lucky. Okay, I don't get why it does this, but oh no, it's fourth time lucky now. It was a memory card problem, I believe, that hopefully won't happen this time because I've lowered the quality, so welcome to a lower quality span. It's gonna be a warmer day today actually, so I probably won't need my gloves and beanie and hot cup of honey lemon tea. So I'm sitting in front of a big window, which is distracting, so if I happen to just start staring like this, it's because a magpie's probably eating a worm or something like that. I watched Bookie Laura's top 10 video and I was like, oh god, I don't know what my top 10 books would be. And then I was like, well, I should just do it and find out. I've titled this specifically, Top 10 Books That I Like Right Now and also maybe have with me because I like holding up books. Or, Top 10 books that I can think of while I have a head cold. I've even written a list because I like to be prepared, apparently, and, you know, life's hard enough as it is without having a script. I have a very limited amount of books with me at the moment because I am moving house and all of my books are in a box in Canberra waiting to come out here with my bookshelves. So having said that, I've got probably about 30 books. So out of those books, I have chosen my top 10 right now, this moment, I like these books. And of course, always, I will start with Douglas Adams and Oscar Wilde. Got The Happy Prince and Other Short Stories by Oscar Wilde and Mostly Harmless by Douglas Adams. My all-time favourite book is Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Something I've read when I was a kid and basically hold around with me like a Bible and love, so it always gets mentioned. This Mostly Harmless is actually the 5th book in the increasingly inaccurately named Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy trilogy. I have read it, but I don't remember it as well. I just love the minds of these two people. I think that their quotes are just classic and I like the way that their minds work, I guess, and I get intrigued by their philosophies and their wit. Another book that I absolutely love, another author, is Neil Gaiman, but the book that I wanted to choose, my neighbour's doing something over there. He must be fixing the pump on the other side of the river, I think. Oh, I've turned into a little sticky beak. Okay, anyway. Neil Gaiman, great author, fantastic writing, love the way he thinks. I think his choice of words and the way he strings sentences together makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable, but in like the best possible way. The two books I've got of him at the moment are Norse Mythology and Coraline. Norse Mythology was fantastic retelling of some stories that I didn't really know that well. So now I feel like I know the stories much more intimately. I loved that idea of sitting under the stars with an open fire and just listening to someone regale the story of the old gods and spread storytelling rather than reading and writing. The next book that I really like, I have actually. It's called Reasons to Stay Alive by Matt Haig, and I honestly think everyone should read this. I think it's interesting who likes it and who doesn't like it. My dad didn't. So my dad didn't really like this book, but my mum really did, and I think it's interesting that it resonates with some people and not others. But very, very good book and a lot of inspiration in here for explaining anxiety and depression. The next author I want to talk about, I do not have any of the books of, is just Rainbow Rowell. I really like everything I've read of Rainbow Rowell's, but particularly Fangirl and the kind of cutesiness of it. I really just enjoyed the happy, easy read. The next book is called Rabbit, and Rabbit is one that I used to read as a kid. It's a picture book and it's this story as she loses her bunny, little stuffed toy, and then the adventures that the toy rabbit goes on, and the little girl is just so worried about the bunny, but then happily ever after in the end it comes home, which is just so nice. I like happy endings. Okay, if this doesn't work, the only thing I'm going to be able to do is buy a new memory card, which isn't gonna help me for filming right now. Oh, it's filling up already. It's buffering. This is a stage 10 class card, so I don't know why it's doing that. All the image recording quality types. Okay, let's try again. After Rabbit comes... oh, Lord of the Rings, of course. A book that changed me that I've read like 3 times when I was a kid. I loved the epic adventures and just getting completely lost in the world and knowing the characters, and just Aragorn. Loved Aragorn. This is getting ridiculous. I've had so many card changes, so many... it's been too long. But we're nearly there. The next book I want to talk about is one that I'm not sure I'm allowed to talk about yet. Talk about advanced reader copies. I am editing a manuscript of a science fiction, I guess. Werewolves, fantasy, vampires. It's very well written by my friend, by my Jacob. So that's the only book I've been reading recently because I've been in, I hate to say it, but a reading slump. I cannot focus on anything. The manuscript's really good. I wish it was worse so that I could have more notes, more feedback to give. Yeah, I'm like 3/4 of the way through that, and that's the book I'm all about. I'd hold up the manuscript, but it's literally loose pieces of paper inside of this bag. It's pretty fun. This is how much I've got to go. I'm nearly there. But it's really good. I am enjoying it immensely, and I wish that I was in a better health state to read it so that I could be more critical minded, I guess. Because at the moment I'm just like, oh, it's so good. And then I'm just like, oh wait, Anna, you're supposed to be editing this. Get your head back in the game. That's the only book I've been about at the moment. But this is top 10. And hey, Jacob, you just got to top 10. Well done. Of the books of right now. Who knows if it'll last. So, last 2 books that I want to talk about that I really enjoyed that I do have with me is Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. This book is a rollicking adventure. It is so much fun. And it comes with a companion book. It's called The Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy, and I highly recommend both these books all the time for everyone. Do it, read it, they're fun. They're so much fun. I feel like I should have some sort of form of criticism, but I just really enjoyed them. And I think that you would too. In that same vein of I just really enjoyed it is a trilogy of books. I hope it's more than a trilogy. I wish there'd be more, but so far only 3, called Record of Spaceborne Few, which is the Wayfarers series by Becky Chambers. Each book in this series is structured differently from each other. All 3 books are in the same universe and they're all sort of interconnected, but not a lot. They all follow different characters, basically. That's them. That's my top 10 books of the moment. I don't know what I'm doing. My attention span is coming back, and my ability to, well yeah, just pay attention really is coming back. So that's good, because I still haven't finished Blood Mirror by Brent Weeks, and it's killing me slowly. I do like top 10 videos of favourite books of all times and stuff like that, but I do have a lot of trouble just not listing the same books over and over again. So this was fun because there were like 3 books that I was like, well, I have to mention these in my top 10. And then I was like, but what other books do I have? Oh, Laura. Bookie Laura has recommended a book that apparently I own. And it's The Knife of Never Letting Go. She said, this is a good book. And then I was like, oh, I should pick that book up. I even commented that below before I found this one. Fates have it. Bookie Laura's like, you should read this book, it's great. So now here I am. It's on my TBR. I'm really not making much sense, am I? Okay. Thank you so much for watching if you're still with me. How do you turn this thing off?